Really? Tim, Jungle 2 Jungle? Why is it called that? It's not a sequel to anything. It's probably why it did so poorly at the box office. People thought, oh, better not, haven't seen Jungle 1 Jungle yet. And what if it made a ton of money, as I presume was the hope when they made this thing? What are you going to call a sequel to that? Jungle 3 Jungle? This isn't the Aliens of New Rules! Now, I was going to be fair and talk about how the game's actually based on the French film Indien Dans La Ville, which Jungle 2 Jungle was a remake of. But I'm stunned over this. Look at it! Jungle 2 Jungle! It leaps right out at you, as it should. It's the title! Jungle 2 Jungle! Jungle 2 Jungle! You know what it's like? It's like a complete inversion of Lucio Fulci's zombie film series. That franchise is missing a number 2. This franchise is missing everything but a number 2. So as far as I'm concerned, Jungle 2 Jungle is now officially part of Lucio Fulci's zombie film series. And yeah, I know I just said missing a number 2 twice in a row. Oh, and for the record, no, I didn't bother buying a DVD of Jungle 2 Jungle just to hold up for this shot. I just wrapped the cover around my copy of Cannibal Holocaust. Let's put the game in and see what Tim Allen has in store for us. Ah, that's my ears! Once you turn the sound off on your Game Boy, you hit the game's first big problem. Remember in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire when you got the running shoes? What a breath of fresh air that was from having to walk everywhere in the previous games. Well, in Jungle 2 Jungle, you walk so fucking slow. I hope you enjoy trudging along at a snail's pace because that's this entire game. You know, in a way, it's a bold direction for this game, albeit one that it moves excruciatingly slowly in. Most games are fast-paced, high-octane, and it's not often that one comes along that forces you to sit and reflect upon not just the game, but upon life. And so I'm going to take this moment, this opportunity that the game has given me, to really just contemplate about life and what I'm doing with it. And I contemplate that I'm wasting it playing Jungle 2 Jungle on Game Boy! Wait a second. Is that a scorpion throwing coconuts? Remember that scene in Jungle 2 Jungle where there's a scorpion throwing coconuts at Tim Allen? Yeah, I had to remove the clip because of YouTube's copyright claims, but no, I didn't, because of course that's not in the movie! Ah, now look at this. I'm just waiting for the platform to come back. Hurry up! Oh, this is a recurring problem. In this part, I have to wait for the two platforms to sync up, so I can jump onto the next one. Come on! It's like the cycle is random. This is the second big problem, waiting. So the problems are walking and waiting, which I'm going to call the two W's. When you reach the end of the second level, you catch this platform down and have to backtrack a short way in the opposite direction to reach the girl who ends the stage. Why even bother having that? If that last bit of walking was that important, why not just add it in this direction? It's just weird. The next level is in the city. What, the collectible is cell phones now? Oh, yeah, of course, because it's the city. And pots and pans means the jungle? Is that the jungle switchboard? No, I need 911. Look, my wife is dying. A scorpion threw a coconut at her. It's really bad. Every few seconds in this level, you have to step on these screws to jump higher. Now, first of all, I have no issue with the logic of this. Yeah! But you have to bounce 3 times before you bounce high enough to make each jump. You never need the first or second bounce height, so the game's just wasting my time with each one. In fact, I'm adding a third W, wasting my time. Yeah, it's the Master W, like the Father in the Holy Trinity. Now, let me talk about the enemies for a second. In the jungles... Wait a second. What? It's his ass! It's a bare ass! In a Game Boy game! This thing is proudly licensed by Nintendo! Nintendo licensed a bare ass in a Game Boy game! It's a bare ass! A bare ass! I might have gone a bit overboard there. Where was I? Oh yeah, let me talk about the enemies for a second. In the jungle stage it made sense, with snakes and hedgehogs and scorpions throwing coconuts. All standard jungle fare. But in the city stage, the enemies are human beings. This guy's just a construction worker who you have to kill with a poison blow dart. The Jungle to Jungle movie adaptation video game forces children to murder blue-collar workers who are just doing their jobs.
Murder simulation games.
There's also a guy doing Hadokens at you, and a guy who throws his hat like Oddjob, although a baseball cap does make it somewhat less threatening. Why is the spider enemy in the city level too? Oh shit, whoops. Wait a second. It's a power-up? The spider is a power-up. Okay, yeah, I get that now because he has a pet spider in the film, but seriously, how many decades have video games spent trying to teach us that spiders are always enemies? And besides, you get 4 spiders to get an extra life? As an Australian, when I see a spider, the last thing I think of is extra life. Oh, wait, what the hell happened there? Every now and again, this game glitches out in a way that I haven't really seen a platformer on the Game Boy manage to do before. Like, look at this. Was that a glitch or part of the game? If it's not a glitch, why would anybody figure out that that's what you're supposed to do? Instead of the girl at the end of this level, you find Tim Allen, just hanging out on top of the construction site. Now, you could argue, hey, it's Tim the Tool Man Taylor / Allen. Of course he'd hang out on a construction site. And you know what? Yeah, I'll give you that one. Except this game's based on the French movie, so that is French actor Thierry Lhermitte. Il ne se trouvait pas dans des sitcoms basés sur les outils, pour autant que je sache. Look, let's be honest, I'm nitpicking this to pieces. It's not a bad game, and in fact, I'd go as far as to say it's kinda decent. Just to close out, the main title screen is probably the strangest I've seen in a Game Boy game. I mean, are these scrolling credits for the movie? No, for the game. No, the movie. I can't figure out just by looking at it, and neither one really seems to make sense. Also, you'd think they'd play the main theme from the movie or something, but no. Dead silence. Yeah, I know that makes an anticlimactic ending for the video, but, you know, it's no worse than Tim Allen's career.